By looking at the 3D geometry of cylinders as a series of connected parts, we can solve engineering problems through the lens of spatial volume. The cylinder is built on two parallel, congruent circles that serve as the bases. The straight, perpendicular distance connecting these two circles is the height. Within the circular base, we distinguish between two measurements. The radius is the distance from the center to the outer edge, while the diameter is the distance straight across. Because the diameter spans the circle twice, it equals 2 times the radius. Identifying these dimensions is necessary for calculating any spatial properties of the shape. This sequence shows the cylinder unrolling into a flat rectangle and 2 circles, revealing its construction. The flattened rectangle's length wraps exactly around the circular base. Thus, the rectangle's length equals the circle's circumference, or 2 pi r. To find the lateral area, the surface of the curved side alone, we calculate the area of this rectangle. By multiplying the length, or circumference, by the height of the cylinder, we get the equation lateral area equals 2 pi rh. Total surface area represents the material needed for the entire closed shape. We take the lateral area and add the area of the top and bottom circles. Since one circle is pi r squared, we add 2 pi r squared to find the total. Volume measures the 3D space contained inside. We find the area of a single circular base and multiply it by how many layers fit into the height. The result is volume equals pi r squared h. These formulas map to physical metaphors. Lateral area is painting the sides of a pipe, surface area is wrapping a box, and volume is filling a glass with water. Viewing the cylinder as a composite of simple shapes allows you to follow the logic of the formulas, rather than relying solely on a list of equations. Using a radius of 5 and height of 10, apply the formulas sequentially. Calculate lateral area, add bases for surface area, and multiply base area by height for volume. Notice the units. Area is in square units, while volume uses cubic units. This model highlights a common confusion point. The yellow line represents 12 meters, the base's total diameter. You must divide that value by 2 before using the formulas. 12 divided by 2 yields a radius of 6 meters. Confirming the radius value is a key step in ensuring accurate geometry calculations. Consider an open-top steel water tank missing one of its bases. To find the surface area here, we must modify our formula. We calculate the lateral area, but add only 1 pi r squared to account for the single base. Here, the radius is 50 centimeters, but the height is 2 meters. We must standardize these units first. Converting 50 centimeters to 0.5 meters ensures the radius and height match. Sometimes we solve backward. Here, total volume is 282.6 and the radius is 3. By putting the known volume and radius into our formula, we isolate the height. Dividing volume by base area reveals a 10-inch height. Advanced geometry involves taking these formulas and adjusting them to fit the specific constraints of the problem at hand. This map traces lateral area, surface area, and volume directly back to their locations on the 3D cylinder. This matrix provides a 4-point checklist to verify your calculations. First, confirm you are using the radius rather than the diameter. Second, ensure that your units match across all measurements. Third, check the number of bases required for the object. Finally, verify if the answer should be exact in terms of pi or written as a decimal. Using visual deconstruction helps you understand the structure of the shape. Trust the formulas and keep practicing.